What's going on, guys? It's your boy Forte, and we are here to talk about pretty much my thoughts on what the future and direction of Xbox is. Mostly for me, what do I think Xbox needs to do for me to still want to be a part of this ecosystem that they built over the course of the last 20 years. And no, I'm not leaving Xbox or anything like that. I'm not gonna trade in my Xbox Series X or anything like that. You know, that's not gonna happen. But the events of the last week have kind of opened my eyes to a lot of the situations going on inside of not just gaming in general, but just kind of with this whole ecosystem and the things that we kind of enjoy. And there's a lot of things that are lacking and kind of need to be addressed. So I wanted to put together this pretty precise and comprehensive video giving you my thoughts on where I sit with Xbox, how I feel about the situations that's been going on. You know, I kind of voiced my opinions on podcasts over the course of the last week talking about this stuff, but it mostly just kind of stems back to the fact that Xbox hasn't really given me anything that I truly enjoyed when it comes to the first party side of it. I'm a huge Halo fan, like huge. Played in tournaments, did MLG. It was a great time, and it was something that I would look forward to every day coming home from work, every day coming home from school. You know, when I was in college, just hooking up my CRTV and taking it to a friend's house in their dorm or doing whatever, just having, you know, 4v4 matches through X Connect. It was a great time. And then Xbox Live changed all of that when it just made it so you don't have to be in the same house with anybody. And some people loved that and some people hated that because it did take away that couch co-op feel that you had with other people that you enjoyed the game with in that environment. But it was for the best because we have gotten a chance to basically broaden our friendships with people that we never thought we would ever meet in our life. Half of my people on my friends list are people that I've known for a better part of 15 to 16 years because I met them that long ago. And not to mention all the great people I met in the community over the course of the last 2 to 3 years that I consider family at this point. But it is kind of disappointing to know that Xbox has kind of just literally dropped the ball this generation. And it's not for a lack of them not trying to fix it. It just seems like it's like barrier after barrier. It seems like Microsoft took so long to understand what their identity was this generation. It was a detriment to not just them, but to the people that were enjoying their platform. A lot of us basically went down the third party hole, like myself. Destiny was a game that I was able to escape into because there was a lack of games that Xbox was coming out with. I told this story multiple times how Destiny was a game that I couldn't stand. I was ready to put this game down forever because a game called Master Chief Collection was right around the corner. And I was swearing that I was going to just jump into that game and enjoy it and just try to recapture those memories that I had with friends that were trying to do the same thing. And then we all know the story of that situation, and they still were paying for that kind of to this day. Now, Master Chief Collection is doing a heck of a lot better. It's on multiple platforms. It's kind of getting the shine that it always deserved to get. But the fact that we're talking about a game that released back in 2014, it's finally in a playable state where people can enjoy it, truly enjoy it, I mean, in 2021. You know what? I'll give them 2020 because that is when they kind of solidified and made the game stable enough to actually enjoy it the way it needed to be enjoyed. But the biggest thing that I kind of noticed over the course of the last week is how much I've been so dependent on just playing third-party games like Destiny. It kind of just made me not really realize exactly how bad it was on the Xbox first-party side of it. You know, I always said, I don't care. I just want to play Destiny. You know, when Xbox come out with Halo, I'll be there to play it. I'll wait for it to come because there was no huge urgency. But now that the game that I love to play is having a drought of its own and the community is up in flames, I might make a video about that too, because I got some really strong words about what's going on in the Destiny and Bungie community. But now that that's happening over there, it's kind of making me reevaluate, like, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I playing this game just because it's a game that I played for the last 6 years? I don't have to play this game, but then when I try to go play other stuff, I go out and I'm like, but there's really nothing of note that I really want to play, especially in the genres that I like, which are shooters. Oh, granted, there's games like Call of Duty and stuff like that, and I'm a huge Battlefield fan, and there's no Battlefield that I care to play, because Battlefield 4 was the last game that I truly cared about, because nobody wants to go back and play in World War II and World War I. Nobody wants to do that. It was fun while it lasted. I put my time in, and I want to say farewell to you. I just think the point I'm trying to make is I finally opened my eyes to the point that I really want Xbox to do something great. I don't want them to be mediocrity anymore. I want them to be something that people want them to be proud of. I want them to give us something that knocks our socks off. I don't want to have just another game that's dropped into Game Pass that they can basically say, oh, here's another offering for you, and then there's no fanfare behind it. That's the one thing Xbox used to be so great at, was the fanfare. When games like Gears came out, you knew about it. Everybody knew about it. When Halo was releasing, everybody knew about it. And I don't know what happened over the course of the last generation. It just seems that that identity was kind of lost. And I truly believe they're trying to get it back. But it's so hard when you're fighting an uphill battle against an adversary that is pretty much doing everything right in the department that you're doing everything not so right in, which is games. Now, sure, Xbox has made a huge stride to shore up their first party. Bethesda is gonna be a juggernaut for them. I think they should keep this stuff exclusive, because why not? Don't go out and put them on other platforms. Keep them on your platform and make people want to be on your service. Make them want to go out and buy your Xbox. Make them want to go out and get Xbox Game Pass for PC if they don't want to get it. Make them want to go out and buy an Xbox Series X. But don't put them on other platforms, because guess what? That doesn't help you grow the thing that you want to grow the most, which is Xbox Game Pass. You got to make these things exclusive. If they do it, fine. If they don't, oh well, they just want to recoup some of the money of the $7.5 billion that they spent. I don't think that's the case, because Xbox and Microsoft don't need the money. So I feel like they should do something for their players. They should make these games exclusive, make it so we become the center of what you want to do going forward. If you want to fix the situation that you caused yourself by trying to raise the price of Xbox Live by doubling it, making the games free to play isn't really the biggest thing that's going to do that. Because guess what? Most of us believe you were going to do that anyways when Halo came out. That's why this move hasn't been done already. We think this was all on a timeline, and a lot of people believe that this was going to happen sooner rather than later. So a lot of people feel like this was just an olive branch of you just giving information that you was going to give out at a later date anyway. But if you really want to get our attention, when this deal with Bethesda is finalized, we need you to be clear and precise with what you want to do with this company going forward. We want to know what's going to happen with these games going forward. A lot of people are truly banking on Xbox doing the right thing by their fans, because they feel like their fans have kind of been just left out in the cold. There's been a lot of great people in this community that have spoken up on the behalf of just wanting to be seen. And I think that's the thing that Xbox kind of hasn't realized. People just want to know that they are important. And right now, a lot of people don't feel that way. So I just kind of want to be the voice of reason on this, because it's just something that kind of hit me as I was trying to load up and play a game. And then I looked at Destiny and I was like, I don't really want to play you. But what else am I going to play? Now, there's a lot of other great third-party games out there. But right now, all I want to play is a game like Destiny, or I want to play something like Halo. And those games, one is I'm kind of tired of right now, and the other one, who knows when it's going to show up. And that's a problem. So let's keep it civil down in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about, what do we really feel about Xbox Xbox right now? Where do you feel like the direction of Xbox, not just in Xbox's eyes, is going? Where they're going for you? What does Xbox need to do for you to keep you on the ship? I just shared what I think they need to do. I don't know if they're going to do it, but I feel better saying it and hoping that this video hits the ears of people that actually matter the most. Because guess what? I'm one of those people that want to voice my opinion, and I don't want to be silent about it no more. I just want to tell people what I think about this situation. And I God hope Xbox does the right thing for its gamers. Not saying they have to make these games exclusives, but they need to do something in order to make us feel important and special, because that's something that we haven't had this entire generation, it seems. I could be wrong for some people, but that's kind of how I feel. But it's your boy Gaming Forte, and I truly appreciate you guys checking out this video. Please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. I promise you, I am not this doom and gloom ever. Most people will tell you that I always have a positive outlook on things that's going on, but it's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world of gaming, and I kind of wanted to get my perspective out there so you guys can understand where I'm coming from. So, like as always, I truly appreciate everything you guys have done. Please keep being awesome and let your voice be heard. And I will talk to you guys in the next video, and have a good week. Peace.